Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the remarkable stories of leadership, innovation, and progress shaping our world today. Whether you're here to be inspired, informed, or entertained, you've come to the right place. In today's video we are going to focus on the journey of President William Ruto to the United States of America. Before we continue, let's ask ourselves these questions. What really was the importance of this journey to the African continent and his country? Was it to tell him to be quiet about how he is the one providing ideas on how Africa can develop themselves? Or to help America to regain power in Africa? Well, if you have ideas about these questions we are asking ourselves, let me know in our comments section below. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Let's dive deep into this. President William Ruto is among the powerful president we have in Africa. He is well known for his intellectual and powerful speech in different meetings across the continent. His ideas has opened our eyes in different sectors. But we must ask ourselves, will he still be the same even after his visit to the United States of America? We all know that in Africa when we have a good president that speak the truth to the USA and to the European countries, what they do, 1. They will invite you and tell you to keep quiet. 2nd, they will remove you if you refuse. Now tell me, how long this will continue to happen in our continent? Africans, we must wake up and refuse this. All countries are equal and there is no country or any president must dictate us what to do. We need more African leaders who can speak the truth and help others so we can unite and develop this continent. Let us listen this powerful speech of William Ruto.
We go to a meeting, just explain to me what kind of outcome you expect where 50 heads of state are sitting. Everybody is asked for speak to 1.5 minutes. You speak to for 1.5 minutes. What kind of engagement are you going to get? You're going to get nothing, right? The best that you get is photographs. That's it. Precisely. You get these photographs, they normally line us up somewhere, you know, crowd of 50 heads of state, you know, and that's all we come home with, you know, because there isn't time to engage any serious country that wants to engage with Africa, yeah, must respect first our architecture. If we have said we are going to be represented by the Troika, why are you inviting 50 people unless you want to sabotage the whole discussion? And Mr. President, under your leadership, we believe that as we celebrate these 60 years of relationship between our two countries, we also celebrate the opportunities that come with the friendship that exists between our two countries.
When I visited Nairobi as Vice President, I said that the true strength of Kenya was its people. And the students, workers, founders, activists, innovators, entrepreneurs, and so many people like you who really do depend on democracy and support democracy.
After meeting with President Joe Biden of the United States of America, President William Ruto was well received on the table by his friend Joe Biden and other members of government. The two countries was celebrating 60 years anniversary of friendship and the opportunities that exist between two countries. But we must remember that this meeting happened in time where America is losing power in Africa. Especially in the West African countries. That's why you see America is doing whatever to use Kenya to regain its power in Africa. All eyes are on Kenya president. Will he allow that to happen? Are we going to see William Ruto in another version? After visiting the United States of America. Okay, well, what all Africans want is to work together, to hold each other hands towards the development and unit of our continent. Africans, we are good people, friendly people, and we don't interfere in the relationship of other countries. But I don't know why America consider itself as the only country that can dictate other countries on what to do. There is so many things Africans need to refuse. Imagine Africa is surrounded by more than 30 USA military bases, 29 European bases. Now tell me, have you ever saw an African country with a military base in USA or in Europe? The answer is no, so then why do we allow this to happen to our continent? All these issues must be well addressed. We are like other countries, we need to sit on the same table where all countries have equal power, equal voice and equal control to the international system of the world. That's why I'm afraid that USA, for the interest it has in Africa, can use Kenya to stop all our ideas to unite Africa. President Ruto also meet with Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States of America.
I am well rested myself. Thank you very much.
It was so good to be with you and your daughters. It was so wonderful to see your family together.
And thank you for finding time for this.
Or best.
One case that we, even in the government of Iran, it's one of the 5 things. So technology is a great.
It's a facilitator.
Technology is the facility, is the instrument that we can use to leapfrog Africa from where we are to the next, to catch up, if I may, with the rest of the world. We have the youngest population. That young population is tech hungry. That young population, we have the opportunity to shape it in the direction in which we think it should. And that is why a country like Kenya, we are investing 30% of our budget in education, training, knowledge, skills. We are investing $5 billion every year. And I said earlier, it's money we believe is an investment, because if there is a single most important asset that we have is our human capital. And as my sister Kamala said, we are looking at the continent that will have a quarter of the world's population by 2050. 40% of the world's workforce will be from the African continent. Therefore, it is not only about labor, and therefore you need the correct quality of labor. It is also about market. I am delighted to have this opportunity to share with you various opportunities to leverage the strong, enduring and dynamic Kenya-US relations and further enhance investment and trade relations and partnerships between our business communities. This gathering comes just a month after the AmCham Summit 2024 in Nairobi. At that summit, U.S. business leaders and entrepreneurs, many of them I see here, had a platform to connect and interact with their counterparts from Kenya and the broader Eastern Africa region. This event gives us yet another chance to reflect on the outcomes of the Nairobi AmCham Summit and deliberate on the ways by which we can inject momentum into the bilateral trade and investment agenda and catalyze synergies between Kenya and the U.S. business communities. At the last month's AmCham Summit in Nairobi, 11 government-to-government and government-to-business deals were announced, while additional agreements were unveiled earlier in the week during my visit here in Atlanta. Today, I have witnessed the signing of yet another 5 deals at this event, leaving no doubt regarding the direction of our common endeavor and the shape of the future we are building together. Very good. Niko salama. Okay. Have you been to Kenya? Ulitano basa. Asante sana. Thanks for okay.
I know how hard it is to be away from the country right now. Our prayers are with all Kenyans suffering from this. Mr. President, you and your team were great hosts during my visit to Nairobi last September and a key partner for global security. So I'm delighted that President Biden has announced his intent. Kenya's leadership of the multinational security support mission in Haiti shows the important role that Kenya plays in global security. We also appreciate Kenya's contribution to UN international peace and stability operations. And of course, we're also grateful for Kenya's generous support in hosting U.S. forces at Mandalay. The memorandum of understanding that our two countries signed at the State Department this week to expand the Mandalay airfield is a testament to the strength of our partnership and to our commitment to strengthen Kenya's counterterrorism capability. 3 Kenyan cadets have been admitted to the 3 U.S. military service academies. They will be the first Kenyan cadets to attend these outstanding schools. And I'm confident that they won't be the last.
We have undertaken the responsibility bestowed on us by the international community to lead the MSS in Haiti. And as I said, we consider the situation in Haiti that it requires the input, the participation, the contribution of all nations who believe in self-determination, who believe in freedom. And it's time that we all show up for it. And I promise you that we will be working with your teams to see how we can do this together and to expand our relationship to the future along the lines that President Biden discussed yesterday, and I'm sure you and then discussed. I must say with a lot of gratitude, the signing yesterday to expand mandatory facilities will go a long way in building capabilities necessary for the security of Kenya, and especially for the fight against terrorism that we jointly are undertaking in our region. We will also be discussing our joint approach to the situation in Somalia in the context of the heavy throwdown. Our position is that it shouldn't be calendar-based, it should be conditions-based, that we should be able to assess the situation on the ground, and that should inform the levels of withdrawal. And I must be immensely grateful to Joe Biden. He's undertaking to work with us with the EU and other friends to continue to work with us in Somalia so that we do not open a vacuum for terrorists to conduct their activity. So let me say again, Secretary Austin, I'm truly grateful that you have welcomed me in this great institution.
In different meetings with different leaders of the USA, President William Ruto emphasized on trade, investment, security and mutual cooperation among countries. He met with different investors and different organizations there in USA. He also met with Minister of Defense Lloyd Austin for strengthening the security relationship between the two countries. He was well received and represented Africans well in the United States of America. When asked about the problem Congo and M23, William Ruto said that, to the problem of Congo, the AU, East Africa community in Kenya as a country, we are about to meet in a meeting because we believe that this problem can end throughout the peace dialogue. So both the AU, East African community in Kenya, we are working on this problem. For all who are watching us, thank you so much for your support. Like and subscribe to our channel.